right?
I just got to read something, yeah. It's just all you guys that know Vibe with Five, we got a WhatsApp group, yeah. So we're just chatting about loads of stuff and current affairs, yeah. And what was going on when this game was going off, yeah? This is Joe now. How many big games are we going to lose? Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United. How many? And then Stephen put Brentford as well. Don't forget them. And he said the last comment that just killed everything, right, was from Joe. Joe went, I don't even care no more. He didn't even care about his team. He lost all belief, all love, all like connection to his team.
Sokin.
They can never do it like I. When you see man pull up and slide, man stepped in a room with legends, Rio and Steve, you know it's a vibe. Check the podcast, what you wanna know? Don't ask me, go and ask Joe. If you're talking Premier League, he's on the front line and I gotta go. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. Vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for a somber episode.
Whoa, where's the energy gone? Not bad.
Oh, mate.
Let me do the intro.
You start again, yeah. Better. I want more energy than that. You sound down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another somber episode of Vibe with Five. Myself.
Where's the bra, by the way?
What bra?
I think he's wearing a bra. Man United bra.
What?
As the forfeit if you got beat.
Nah, that was no, we didn't. We haven't finalized the end of season.
I want a Christmas get up or something like that.
Nah, it's not happening.
Serious.
Listen.
Wow.
Welcome back for a somber episode of Vibe with Five. You got
just forgive me if I'm missing something here. It's 2 wins to United, none to Arsenal since the last time we spoke. Yeah, is that right? Is that?
We're playing tonight.
I can check. But am I right?
We're playing Everton tonight, mate.
This coffee's going down well, boy. Go on anyway.
Do you know what? Right, let's quickly go out free because we ain't got a lot of time today. We got to go through it quickly, yeah.
Okay.
On Thursday, you know, Arsenal travelled up to Manchester. Obviously, Ralph's first game. Yeah, Ralph's first game. United players wanted to impress their new man. Well, they wanted to impress their new manager watching from the stands. Obviously, it was Carrick's last game, and Man United pulled out a lucky win. Because let's be honest with you, if Odegaard doesn't do that mad challenge, then it's 2-2 at the very least, right? Right?
If David De Gea doesn't try and peer whatever he tried to do, you didn't score the first one. Should we have it
we
right
scored
there,
the first one. That was Fred doing what Fred usually does, stepping on his own man or whatever he did. And then we just took advantage, innit? You play by the whistle. You know the play by the whistle vibes, man. You played. Right?
I just got to read something, yeah. It's just listen, guys. All you guys that know Vibe with Five, we got a WhatsApp group, yeah. So we're just chatting about loads of stuff and current affairs, yeah. And what was going on when this game was going off, yeah? This is that. Hold on a minute, right? This is Joe now. How many big games are we going to lose? Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United. How many? And I text, I can smell tears. And then Stephen put Brentford as well. Don't forget them. And then I put real tears, real ones. And he said the last comment that just killed everything, right, was from Joe. Joe went, I don't even care no more. He don't even care. He didn't even care about his team. He lost all belief, all love, all like connection to his team.
Now, let me tell you why I was fuming. Yeah.
Man, Rio. Kill me, man.
For our generation, Man United versus Arsenal is still huge. On Twitter, it's huge. We got the biggest fan bases. It's huge, you know. And how can you travel up to Manchester knowing what it means? And some of the boys out there were just, I'm sorry, I got to call them out. Like Aubameyang, for me, he was my favorite player. Like I say, come the last 3-4 seasons, yeah. But bro, he's moving like a Casper, ghost. We're playing with 10 men. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Lacazette, man, want to talk about new contracts and that, bro. He ain't done nothing to deserve a new contract. I don't want to hear all of this. Oh, drop over, put in Laka. What are you really getting? Eddie and Ketia. You know, I like Eddie, nice guy, but he's having contractual situations. Man, I'm laughing at Eddie. I said Eddie and Ketia. Yeah, nice guy, but Like, he doesn't want to be at the club at the moment because obviously he's not getting game time. And that's the player we put on ahead of Pepe. If Pepe and Eddie Nketiah both don't want to stay, then you know what I mean? Why are we? What's going on here?
You got any aircon?
I think I can smell tears now.
No, seriously.
It's
like,
getting hot
honestly,
in there. Put the
and for
aircon on,
me,
please.
everybody knows this is the game. With pride, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do.
It's the big one.
And I just didn't really see it, man. First 45 minutes, we were better than you. Just want to add. You know, I think we were. Didn't you think so?
I thought you played well first 45.
Yeah.
Joel, have it right. There was at no point did I think we were losing that game.
That's the thing. I didn't feel we were going to lose that game. That's the difference. And I expected more from you guys. I got to be honest. But the second half, it was as an Arsenal fan, I can understand your disappointment and how upset you was, and you just kind of just like left your team for a moment.
Yeah, I did.
Feel it. I could feel it.
Because what do you want me to like? Honestly, I'm always with my team, by the way. Yeah,
you was mad confident before as well. Yeah.
I was, because if you look at our form recently and the fact that Ralf wasn't taking over this particular game, I thought gave us a chance.
His fingerprints were on it a little bit, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm not buying all of that.
No?
He didn't pre-pick the team just because it was the same team from the other day.
I think he made the call though, because Wan-Bissaka didn't play. That is a telling thing for me.
But we all said that he wouldn't play though. Before he came, we knew he wasn't going to get as much game time.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I think his fingerprints were on that game, because Wan-Bissaka didn't play. I think Wan-Bissaka started most games before that, if not all.
Wasn't he coming back injured though? Wasn't it a bit?
I don't know. I've got to be honest. We're going to fast forward and talk about the game at the weekend, but Wan-Bissaka's got a hell of a job getting back in this team.
And Luke Shaw.
Oh yeah, they both got a hell of, because these guys, the two fullbacks. One thing that this manager likes is fullbacks who can actually play, get on the ball. Obviously, do the other stuff, the pressing and that, but with the ball, he wants output with the ball, and that. I think that's the weakest part of Wan-Bissaka's game. There's a lot of. I think there's going to be a big fight on for him to get back into this team. Yeah. But anyway, Arsenal, where are we?
Yeah, well,
where are we with Arsenal?
Where are we now? Well, I was looking at the table recently, like i.e.
Talk to me.
Yesterday, and I was kind of hurt because I did the quick maths after the Newcastle game. And the maths was that if Chelsea had beaten United, right, and we had beaten you on Thursday, we would have been 9 points clear. But obviously, 10 points clear. My bad. Right. But because you drew against Chelsea and you beat us and you won yesterday, you're now
above you,
1 point above us. But
bit louder, please. Bit louder for those at the back.
But we have a game in hand. So
we are above you now. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we have to redo the maths a little bit, but you know what this league table is like.
That's the thing when you do that. It's a lot of like if buts and maybes, isn't it? We want straight facts.
Yeah, well.
No, listen, I'm not going to hurt you too much. Listen, we beat you.
You better hurt me, because when it's me.
No, we beat you. We beat you.
Oh, you're lucky.
It's not a big thing.
You're lucky.
It's not a big
I
thing.
was going to come on this the show with smoke.
I'm just saying to you, yeah, we had a little bet.
We didn't have a bet.
And you need we agreed before you come on, before we went off the show last week, yeah, to say there's a forfeit. We will look in the comments, we'll find one.
No, the forfeit was at the end of the season, Rio. It was if United finish above Arsenal at the end of the season.
Are you sure that's what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
We
had a bet where I said, hey, what did I say? Was it Chelsea or was it United? I said, if Arsenal beat United, take me to my man's restaurant.
Yeah. Where are you taking me then?
Nah, I don't know. We'll talk about that later on.
Oh, you know what?
I'm not sure yet.
Arsenal, I swear to you, are lucky this season that they've had Emil Smith Rowe, Saka, and Ramsdale.
Yeah,
I tell you, he's been playing well lately as well. Gabriel,
told you he's a baller.
He's been playing well lately, but boy, man, they need they hit a bit of form, but they've gone a little bit flaky. So they need to come back. It's about character, man. It's about having the right characters in the dressing room to really galvanise. That's what they need now. Arsenal need that character or characters to go, listen, guys, we've had a couple of funny results. We're going to go again. We had the template that was getting us results. Let's get back to it.
Let me just be real, right? Let me just let off some steam on my team a little bit, right? Yeah, before we move on. I think the older players have let the younger players down. I think you're talking about character, and that's it, Rio. Like, how can you let these young boys? Can you imagine you're playing at Man United, and the young boys are the ones that are showing you what to do? Like, remember, look at your age. Imagine Fletcher came in and he was carrying you, you know, or the Silver twins. Imagine they were the ones carrying you.
They help. They don't carry.
Can you imagine? Our young players You know, Emil Smith-Rowe, he's back. Must be hurting, bro. He's just carrying the whole team. It's you know, I feel.
Emil, is your back hurting? Is your back all right or not?
It must be.
Let me know, man.
So, I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. Party, you know, last year he had a party at OT. This year couldn't be found, bro.
No, he didn't get on the guest list.
Losing the ball left, right. So yeah,
No,
he didn't get on the guest list. You know, it was utterly disappointing, and I want to see some improvement because if I don't see some improvement, then boy, you're gonna be hearing from me again. Move on.
Let's go.
Man United, you played yesterday, right?
Mm.
It was, against Crystal Palace. I thought Palace were gonna do you in, you know.
You thought what?
No. Palace has been a difficult game for Man United.
Team.
They've come to Old Trafford and hurt Man United a few times, yeah, and made us look vulnerable, look weak, different times with different players, but they've been consistent in that. But yesterday we asked for control. We were asking for structure. We were asking for balance. We were asking for an identity or something that you could look at and go, yeah, that looks like something that I can buy into. And then the players buying into it. And we got all that yesterday. Listen, by no means am I sitting here saying that things have been absolutely eradicated from the past few months. No, it's not. But you saw some form of progress. You saw some form of, oh, that's a bit different. That's a step in the right direction. There's some clips that Steve sent with some great examples of the way that the team pressed, the way that they were compact, the way that they were playing from a structure. And what that does, that enables individuals to then perform. Once they've got a clear understanding of what the manager's asking, which looked like this weekend, then individuals can flourish and can play in a much better structure and give better individual performances. Look at the way that even Sancho played yesterday. He didn't score or anything like that, but you could see that it was a bit more of a spring in his step. He was playing in better areas. He's intensity closing down. Fred, I said this in the group yesterday. When a new manager comes in, there's always a player or two that jumps out from the pack and you go, I didn't expect that from him. I didn't expect him to be that player. Galvanized, a new lease of life. You see something different in him. Fred could be that guy under this manager because the way he plays in terms of intensity, he gives you everything. He's sharp. He gets about people. If he's doing that with somebody giving him that tactical nous now from a structure, Fred could become a player that's a mainstay in this team. Trust me.
Steve, 4-2-2-2. Right? Can you talk us through that? I reckon that's why Fred benefits, by the way, because he doesn't have to start spraying passes and that. He wins the ball, passes it to a man 5 yards away. Anyone can do that. What's your thoughts on the formation that the new manager's bringing in?
Did you watch the entire game?
I did.
Yes.
Well, I stopped at 60, 70 minutes because my link was rubbish. But
I'm not sure at what point it was, but Fletch came down to the sideline and changed it. I'm almost certain we started in a 4-3-3, and then it evolved into the 3-2. And Fred started higher, but he ended up a little bit higher at times as well. In fact, they were all quite fluid in what they were doing. I think the main thing with Fred is when you move him higher up the pitch, you can eliminate a lot of the mistakes that he has. Because unfortunately, I think he always has mistakes in his game. Off the ball, his interceptions, his pressing, his work rate, he covers every single blade of grass. But there was a couple of times yesterday where he got on the ball and the option was spray it out wide, opposite side of the pitch, switch it. And that was where we lost possession with him a little bit. I think if you can give him a simple game, which is find the closest person who can pass it and give it them and win the ball back when we don't have it, I think you've got a real player in there. And until United go and blow some mad cash on a truly world-class midfielder, I think he'll be one of the first names on a team sheet. But it was also looking like this under Carrick last 3 weeks as well, or last 2 weeks. I think Dalot could be the bigger surprise from out of nowhere. I thought he was kind of finished at United.
Sorry, I
told you this a few weeks ago.
Do you know what about it's crazy. I think with Fred, he's been hammered by everyone. What he has got is absolute like a mentality that you'd love to put in any young kid. He don't hear the noise. He just gets on with what he's doing. He goes out there and plays. And the biggest problem I used to find with Fred was more about that he was just jumping out of the team shape. Right, he'd see a ball and just go and not think about what's behind him. Now in that position where he plays in front of the back four or the back three or whatever it is, you need to have that awareness of if I go, I'm leaving a big space. He never had that, I think, whereas now, because the team's so structured, if he does jump, other players will fill in because they're going to have an understanding and they'll be tactically more aware. That's where it will help him, because I don't think his intensity, his desire, his tenacity has ever been a debate. That's always been there. It's just not done it with a tactical nous, and that's been the problem with him for me going forward. No, I'm not. Listen, I don't think I'm getting overexcited. It's because we've been sitting here waiting for some sort of tactically aware, structured, cohesive team, and we've glimpses yesterday. I started to see that. That's after one training session. So that's where the positivity comes for me.
There's also, you get some players, you get some number 9s, don't you, that can receive the ball with their back to goal, turn and move it forward. I think Fred's just a number 6 or a midfielder that can't receive the ball with his back to goal. Like, you see some players that are brilliant at doing that in that area, but Fred in that area lost the ball so many times. That was like the major issue with him. That was one of the issues United couldn't play out, is because you'd be going to Fred first. And that was where a lot of it broke down. Something that we did yesterday, which I've been crying out for us to do, was Maguire was stepping out with the ball. We weren't trying to pass it from within our own box to try and find a number 6 or try and penetrate through the forwards. If everyone was man-marked, he was just driving with it. And that's a brilliant way to start creating overloads in that, in that middle third. And
that's what he does with
really
England. That's what he does with England. The whole team was further up the pitch. That's the difference as well. The whole team was further up. We pressed higher. I mean, the intensity from the front four, again, with a tactical understanding of when to go, when to press, was the big difference. And people saying Cristiano can't press. I've looked at Cristiano's stats over the last few weeks gone by at different games at different times of the season as well. He's up there in Man United's team, top in terms of like intensity and stuff like that, a number of sprints, sprint distances, etc. So, and we're judging him on an age. Cristiano can't be judged like any other 36, 37-year-old. He's a different specimen completely.
He's never seen a player like that.
He's never seen a specimen like this. Somebody who takes care of himself like he does. There's no one ever before or now that is like that. So you've got to judge him separately. You don't judge him like an OAP. You get to 35 years old as a football player, normally you judge as an OAP. I look like an OAP at them type of ages. This guy doesn't. So don't keep judging. Oh, he's too old. He can't keep doing it. At the moment, he's doing it. Leave it. But you're going to have to manage him. I get that. But you can't sit there and tell me that this guy can't run and can't press, because yesterday, again, we saw it. It needs to happen over a sustained period of time, I know. But we saw glimpses yesterday, and I think the manager's smart enough to say, you ain't got to do it every single minute of the game. You pick your punches.
Speaking of, I don't think Ronaldo's going to be one that can't do what's asked of him, especially the condition that he's in. I think he can be intelligent with how he does it, but there is the fact that he is in the bottom 1% of pressers in the world when it comes to pressuring someone with the ball.
Yeah, but Steve, that stat, you can dress that stat up how you like it. Listen to me,
that's 365 days.
Yeah, but listen to me. You can say that, but there comes a point in every player's mindset when they're pressing, If you're pressing and there's nobody coming with you and you're unstructured, you're all over the place, you're going and the team's not following you, you do it once, you do it twice because that's in you, and then you look round and you go, no one's flipping coming with me. I ain't going to continue doing this, wasted energy. I'm pressing him, and no one's following me. You'll see a difference now. If he presses now, he looks behind him, 3, 4, 5 man, the team are behind him. He'll keep going, he'll do it again, because that's the mindset of humans. If you're backing me, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to go and press and waste energy on my own and never get near the ball. So I understand them stats on one hand, but you've got to look at it from a different perspective. He was doing them stats because he's not going to continue running at them times when there's nobody with him. I wouldn't, and I know you wouldn't. No one would. It's just a factor. That's the fact of the matter. You wouldn't do that.
I want to stick with Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment. For the first time in X amount of years, he has been outside the top 5 in Ballon d'Or. Now, Messi won the Ballon d'Or the other day. What were your thoughts? Lewandowski came second, Jorginho third.
Messi won it.
The police should have been your first thought.
Yeah, but listen, if you look at Messi's stats, the Copa America, he won that, and he was top in every single assists. I think top scorer maybe as well. Yeah. Player of the tournament, which is great. Did Barca win the league last year as well?
Nope.
Real Madrid won it.
Right. What? That's all I'm saying.
No, sorry, not Real Madrid. My bad. Sorry, Atletico.
Yeah. So he's got to say when he's won the Copa America and done that at a big tournament like that. Yeah. So I'm not too like, oh my God, he can't win it. It's more for me, what Lewandowski's done the year he didn't get it when he should have, which was a travesty. And then he's continued again levels this year. He outscored everybody.
But it's where it closes, isn't it? That's what everyone's
I know,
complaining about.
if you can consider last year and this year as well, you can't. You have to give it to him. You can't give it to no one else. You have to give it to him, I think. But I'm not discrediting what Messi's done, because he's done what he done at the Copa America was mad. And he took his country to winning the title. It's a big thing. Can't be sniffed at. But I just think Lewandowski, I think it's a travesty that this man is finishing his career without a Ballon d'Or if he finished tomorrow. That's what
was the rest of the top 5?
Mate, we'll put it on the screen right now.
Jorginho was third.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I think he's a banging player.
He's not even top 3 in the Prem.
No, but what he's done for Chelsea in this period and the Italian team can't be sniffed at. I'm not trying to mock that at all. He's integral to the way Chelsea play, 100%. But he's not there in their top 3 players. He's not in Italy's top 3 players, I wouldn't say. So I don't know how he can be in the top 3 in with the other players. What Salah's doing, man. Come on.
But you got to remember, though, again, it's the cut-off period, though, Rio. Because that cut-off period is like September, October. Do you see what I mean? Massive shout-out to our sponsor, Sokin. Let me read out the special message, because Money Goals is back. All right, let's go. In an exclusive online community where Sokin users can sign up to competitions and rewards, an exclusive online community that gives Sokin users access to specialist content and rewards for partners, as well as providing tools to help them save money. Listen, man, it's the only place to be. You said you're saving up so that your kids don't have to spend too much money.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
That's what you do.
That's what we do as parents.
But you're keeping the money for yourself.
Of course, that's what we do as parents.
All right. And yourself, Steve?
Yeah, man. But listen, I'm going to go to this little boutique for all my Christmas shopping. You might have heard of it. It's called Amazon, right? That's where I'm going to do all mine. We're not doing it in person. Sod that.
Yeah, for me, I'm just trying to save more money, man. 2022, man. I need to be spending more money on myself. Massive shout out to those as well who gave us their videos. Respect to you guys.
Harrison here, big West Ham fan. And this year I will be saving my pennies up for a new striker for West Ham. Someone that hopefully can back up Antonio up top. I'm thinking maybe in the January sales, maybe we can get someone along the lines of, a Origi, or someone that will actually work up top as a one for once, rather than wasting the talents of someone like Sebastian Haller. But that's what I'll be saving up for this Christmas.
Hey guys, loving the show. Look forward to it every week. The content you guys are bringing, the talks you are having, amazing. Just want to say thanks for the initiative of bringing the Sokin app forward. It's helping me now to start saving towards property, and it just helps me in ways that I haven't been able to, save previously.
I got to move it on to a game that you were at this weekend. West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Wow, you know what? Do you know what
that was
doing?
A mad game. I was there.
Yeah,
we done that game with BT. What a game, by the way. Do you know the biggest thing for me, all the West Ham fans? That atmosphere when the club and the team are playing the way they are it's not the same as Upton Park. It never will be, but it's becoming a place where you walk in and you go, oh. If I'm an opposing player coming in there, you're thinking, oh, I've got to be on it today because these fans are getting behind their team. Whereas I worried that they'd never get to that point, but it shows you that if you've got a team and a team produce, they can push the fans over the line to get to that point where it becomes a real hotbed, because they were great. I had some good banter with the Chelsea fans as well.
I was going to say, I heard that they were giving you some proper stick.
The Chelsea fans, they give me stick everywhere I go.
Why?
I don't know. Probably the stuff with my brother and John Terry.
Oh, okay.
Probably. That's all I can think it can be.
Yeah.
Because we beat them in Moscow in the Champions League final. but no, they were going. They were singing some songs, but football banter. Rio, Euro, Rio, Euro, and I turned around and give them a little bit back. And then as soon as West Ham scored, I was going bananas, and I was giving it the. What was that? What was that, boys? And then as soon as West Ham scores in the last minute, or with minutes to go, a lot of them started leaving. So I was just pointing, get home safe. Get out of here now. Get out of here early. I need you to go. Go on, boys. and they were going bananas, man. It was funny. It was good. It's good laugh though. Good banter. I love it.
When it comes to West Ham, do you get received well with the West Ham fans?
Yeah, because I've always had a good relationship with West Ham fans because that's where I came through. I've always paid homage to West Ham and what they've done for me in my career. Without West Ham, do I get to where I got to? Probably not. I don't know. So, but what they given me as a young player coming through, the ability to dream and the ability to fulfill my dreams was like phenomenal. And the fundamentals, the key fundamentals that they put in me with the training, lived with me throughout my career. So West Ham's always been a part of my heart. Always been something I've been proud to be a part of, and it's a great place, man.
And when you're looking at the West Ham team, obviously very impressive. Steve, did you watch the game?
Nope, missed it.
Wow,
oh man,
really good performance.
Who's standing out for you? I got to ask Rio. I was going to ask you, but I'll ask
Declan
Rio.
Rice, man.
Yeah,
wow. Like he's going from levels. He's going. You know what he's doing? We spoke about it before with Joe Cole on the touch screen and stuff. Done a few nice clips. He's just bringing different elements to his game. He's not happy with just standing still. Was brilliant in the Euros. Gianfranco Zola was on there, and he said he spoke to the number 2 goalkeeper at Italy during the summer after the tournament, and he said one of the things that they were all going crazy about after the game was like, wow, we couldn't believe they brought Declan Rice off.
no,
because they respected him that much. They was like, thank God he's gone off. They really respected him as a player. So it tells you that when players respect you and like that, you know that they're doing something and they're producing the goods. And I think he's adding bits to his game. And I spoke to him a couple of times, and he's always talking about he wants to do more. He wants to play a bit more of his left foot. He wants to he can drive with it a bit more. And you see now he drives with it. He changes the pace of the game. He ain't just a holder no more. He's almost a great holder, but he can turn into an 8 as well and get up and set things up for the attacking players. Like the ceiling on him, I don't know where it is.
If Chelsea come knocking now, he's not going, is he?
I don't want to get into this because the West Ham fans were getting on to me in the comments, man, about, you're trying to sell him to Man United, etc.
Yeah.
Listen, when you talk about top players, when the top clubs come to them, they want to play in the top competitions. West Ham, at the moment, unless they finish in the top 4, they can't offer him Champions League football. He's going to be sitting there looking at his mate, Mason Mount, and other guys in England squads. Them guys are playing in Champions League in the biggest games. And it's natural for any human being to want that and to have aspirations to go to that level. He'll have that. So, but it's just a matter of when he's going to go. It was the same for me. I played at West Ham. I wanted to do things at West Ham. It weren't happening. West Ham accepted a bid. I didn't put a transfer request in, and that's the little element and area where I'm sure Declan would want it to go the way it went for me, where he ain't having to put a transfer request in. He would probably prefer it if someone bid and the club say, we can't turn that away. You got to go now. And then he'd go, you know what, actually, that's the best case scenario for me. I'm sure he'd say that. He ain't going to say that. I know Declan ain't going to say that on air, but I think that's the best way for a player when you love the club. And I know he loves West Ham.
An interesting one. Mason Mount scores a flipping stunner. Yeah. But you know what? He hasn't really been playing as much. And that tells you a lot about Chelsea's team. Obviously, Lukaku comes on. He's not fit. Chelsea now dropped to 3rd. Are they still your favourites?
Yeah, I think they are. But you know what? You say that about Mason Mount. You see the manager, what he said before the game in the press conference?
What did he say?
I think it's 86%, correct if I'm wrong, 86% of the time that Mason Mount plays, they win.
God damn.
So that tells you the importance that he has to that team at the moment.
The importance, but why is it that he's not playing as much as he usually
I don't know.
does?
I think the Euros in the summer as well. I think the manager's managing minutes for players and stuff. And I think they've got a really good squad, don't forget. And in the position that he's playing, you've got Pulisic, Ziyech, Werner, Havertz.
Sal can play there as well.
Callum Hudson-Odoi. All these players are playing. There's like 5 or 6 players, all worthy of starting. So the manager can shift it about.
That's interesting stuff. Steve, what game did you watch this weekend besides the United one?
I've only watched the United one. We played on Saturday, 3 o'clock. So I didn't see any of Saturdays. And then I went straight out. And then yesterday was up early, went for breakfast with mum and dad in town at 10.
Lovely touch.
I can ask you questions.
And then straight out watching United. I didn't get in until about 8 o'clock. I was knackered. I was absolutely smashed on Saturday night, so needed an early night.
All right, you know what? I'll move it on.
I heard, was it someone just told us, Tom just behind the camera just told us, was it your birthday this weekend?
Yeah, yesterday.
You're joking. You kept that quiet.
Oh, that's why you've come on late. You've had a hangover.
Oh,
I'm all right today.
Happy birthday, man. Happy
birthday.
Why did you keep it so quiet?
Because I'm old. Who cares?
You're one of them. You know what you are? You're a grumpy old man before your time. That's what you are.
Thank you.
Grumpy. You're one of them, man. I can imagine you on the sofa on a Sunday. It's my birthday. And your missus comes and goes with a kid. Oh, happy birthday. And you go, calm it down.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, you're one of them.
Look at him.
Yeah, what are you shouting for?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Conte
Ooh, big
comes
change.
in. Spurs smash Norwich 3-0. I mean, to me, when I was getting those Spurs messages, I said, calm down, mate. It's only Norwich. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're looking decent, you know? They're climbing up the
How many
table.
more points behind the top 4 are they?
They are, I think it was like 2 points last time I checked. Let me just confirm again. But they are creeping up that table, man.
I think they're 2 points behind West Ham, someone told me. So and West Ham are flying.
Yeah.
So it's Conte, I think it's going to take time, yes, but beating Norwich, it's not something that you jump and go crazy about because they're a team that are near the bottom of the table or bottom. But
you collect the points, innit? They got a game in hand as well. So they're on 25 points. United are on 24. Arsenal 23. If we win our game tonight against Everton.
If buts and
right,
maybe.
and if Spurs
I can't lose
don't-
tonight. Either you lot lose or Benitez loses. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah. So no, I think Conte's starting to put the stabilization back in the team. But it's funny because Harry Kane is still not scoring.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the game. I'd like to know how well he performed. Is he performing and not scoring? Because you accept that.
It looked dead.
But did it? But if he's not performing and not scoring, you have to worry, man, about the situation with Harry. Like, where's it? I don't think they let him go in the January window. But in the summer, you're thinking like, if he continues playing this way, not scoring the goals, do a City even come back and try and take him?
Was it 13 games? 13 games, 1 goal.
This isn't the Harry Kane that we've grown to love and know, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Told
this
you
is a
this
drought.
this season, no?
This is a drought. Yeah, you was
But
right.
Harry Kane's never had a good season following an international tournament. Told you City shouldn't have bought him.
I think it's the City situation that's got
Call
him
me, I'm
feeling
available
like
for
that.
hire.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Can we just talk about City, please, and Bernardo Silva?
Before you go into City, please tell me you saw Lucas Moura's goal. You didn't see it?
Oh, banger. Lucas Moura.
Honestly,
Take a bow.
This is me clapping.
Yeah, it was a
Amazing
big goal,
footwork.
big goal.
Reminded me of his the old Lucas Moura that you know what I mean? Like what an amazing goal, man. Great
Yeah.
footwork, smashed it in outside the box. Take a bow, son.
I think he'll be happy with that, Conte, as well, that other people are scoring the goals. They're still getting goals and other people are contributing, not having to rely on Harry. I mean, so he's probably thinking as a manager, wait till Harry's on fire. Wait till I get him going.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's good. And I think he'll be as happy with a clean sheet.
Yeah, no, for sure. City, you want to talk about City?
No, they look relentless at the moment.
Yeah.
And they're playing beautiful football at times. But more than that, Bernardo Silva is my player of the year so far. The way he's played this year, multiple
More than
positions.
above Salah.
He's in the argument with Salah.
Okay, cool.
Simple as that.
Cool.
But the way he's played this year, he's played multiple positions.
Mm-hmm.
He's played a deep line midfielder at times, the 8/10. He's played the false 9. He's played wide. Like, the guy is just a complete footballer. He gets out of areas. You think, how the hell has he got out of there? And now he's just weighing in with goals. And he's in my fantasy team, bro.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. He's keeping me top of the league. So, like, yeah, I love him. I love him, man. And that's De Bruyne isn't flying and firing all cylinders at the moment. You know what I mean? This year. So he's having to step up. They haven't got like the number 9 that they was all thinking they was going to have. So someone's had to step up and produce performances. Rodri's been great. Cancelo's been great as well. But he's been standout.
It's funny that you talk about him. Steve, did you see the game? No, you didn't.
Nope.
When you're looking at Sterling, he scored in the last couple of games as
Yeah.
well. What a team. Like Bernardo, who's supposed to be leaving last summer.
Mhm.
Look at that quality.
Mm.
You bring
It's almost like you spend $2 billion on a team. You have loads of good players. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, come on. But you still got to make them play though, Steve. Otherwise,
Yeah.
look at United. You know what I mean? All these superstars.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
Ain't playing
You
well
still got to
together.
get him going. You still got to get
Yeah.
him playing. And he's
Are we going to talk about Jack Grealish's failure? £100 million. Where's
he's not
Graham
playing.
Souness wigging out?
because he's not playing. He ain't really getting game time, is he? Like,
Started 10 Premier League games.
Nah, do you know what it is? He wasn't doing it, and then Pep just said, "Well, you know, I'm just going to bring Sterling back in."
Pep is a ruthless guy, you know. When you think about it, if you think about it, which other manager spends 100 milli on a player and then says, no, you know what?
No, but
sit out for a bit
he
now.
was given his chances.
No, but
Which other
I don't
managers
care.
spent 100 million on a player?
I think every other manager continues playing him the whole season.
Yeah.
He says he's 100 million, and he's thinking, I'm going to look upstairs, and I'm putting my 100 million pound player that I asked for. I can't do that because them man behind me upstairs are going to kill me.
He don't care.
Which
Give a business.
which Chelsea manager was it that bench Kepa? Because there you go.
Was it Frank?
It was Frank Lampard.
He won 100 million though.
Oh, 89 was it?
Yeah, that was a mad.
But it's different though with him though because he started disrespecting the badge and that.
Yeah.
So I think
he said, "I'm not getting. Don't try and sub me." He said, "Don't ever sub me."
Like, things like that, the penalty thing. Yeah, that's all crazy.
That was
man.
mad.
So yeah, for me, that's different.
But listen, Grealish, I think he comes good. I think he's a talented player. I think with a lot of players, Mahrez, with Raheem, even it takes time to understand Pep's thinking and Pep's tactics. So you've got to give it that time, and there's going to be ups and downs in that relationship and ups and downs in that time before it clicks in your head and you go, right, I understand it completely. There ain't many players that go in there immediately and go, oh, I get it, and I'm straight in and I hit the ground running under Pep because I think he gives you that much information. There's that much to take in.
Before we carry on with the Premier League reviews, Jude Bellingham, did you see what he came out and said?
Oh my God. I watched that. Actually, do you know what? That is the other game I watched this weekend. Dortmund Bayern.
I love that kid, you know.
Yeah. He says it, innit?
I love Jude Bellingham because the way he speaks, I wish I spoke like that, man.
He's mature, though.
Yeah, he's mature. I wish when I was playing, I had the balls to speak like that as a young, like even when I was young. If I didn't, I was more like I'd speak behind the scenes and say
Is he getting fined for it?
But yeah, I was getting.
I don't think he cares.
I think he gets fined, and I think he might even get a ban from what I'm reading for what he said. Yeah, but like he said that there was the referee that took the control of their game has been done for match fixing previously.
How can you put
in the biggest game?
Yeah, in the biggest game. It's just crazy, isn't it?
But
they had a penalty call for Hummels, which when VAR is looking at it, they're not going to not do it. And then they'd had a penalty shout earlier that didn't go their way, like literally moments before that. So you can understand his frustration. But here's the madness: he's not just 18 years old playing for Dortmund. He is. We was talking about Arsenal's youngsters carrying him. If he doesn't play, they don't even tick. Like he's really key to how they play. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. This isn't just a 18-year-old lad racking up appearances and minutes. He's really playing football for them.
They respect him massively. I mean, for me, if he is going to move,
every big club who's got 120 million plus are in.
Is that not something that United could be interested in?
100%. If he comes available, every big club, Man United being one of them, have to be, if they've got the capacity to pay that money, have to be. That's 10 years service from potentially one of the best midfielders this generation.
It might be 15 years service.
Yeah, because he's that good. He is that good, and his temperament, mate, to do what he's done at 18 years old, his temperament is there's no question.
To play championship at 16.
Yeah. So he's got a bit of everything.
Yeah, he's got too much. And you know what I hear behind the scenes?
Yeah.
He's from good stock, good family, good people, loves the game, wants to get on, wants to learn, ain't interested in all the frilly stuff, enjoys himself, but is serious about football. That's what I love.
I heard from the England camp as well. I heard he's very serious. Like when it comes to he's not trying to lose anything. He's trying to win every ball.
From when Pep, after the game in the quarterfinals, says it's a lie, he's not 18. He can't be. That's what he said in the press conference. He said, no, Jude Bellingham is not that age. Top player, man.
That is, ratings to him. Well done, Jude. Wolves losing 1-0 to Liverpool. Man, like Origi comes back from the dead, bruv. Like, what's going on?
Origi is just that he just wants goals late doors. He wants controversial big game goals where he just changes the rhythm of a football match. And just this guy.
You don't see him for 15 games.
There ain't many. I don't know many players, that play as
special teams for a minute. Bring him on
as sporadically as him, but he's a cult figure.
Yeah,
who is that? Like, who does that? Who's ever been this guy? Like, he is a mad. He's going to be a cult figure at Liverpool for years, right? And he probably plays one
One
game
third.
in 10.
Yeah, well,
One game in 10. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
But he
he gets the
bags.
goal. He gets the winning goal as well.
Yeah, he
It's
bags.
ridiculous. Like a few weeks ago, he scored that mad back heel.
Yeah,
Did you see
yeah,
that?
yeah.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, the Liverpool fans love it. They swear he is a top striker. Like they really do.
He can't be.
Yeah, well, wait.
He can't be. Otherwise, he'd play, innit? He'd play all the time. Like he'd get more minutes anyway. Well, he hardly gets on the pitch, bro. It's mad.
Sometimes you forget that he plays for them.
I thought he'd gone.
Yeah.
But you have to respect that. You know what? It's a talent.
Yeah.
It's an art to be able to do what he does. To come into games
Klopp can rely on him.
and be cold and just come in and just get the pace of the game. Chicharito was unreal at that.
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, unreal at that.
Yeah.
Get in the game. And that's there's a concentration level. There's an intelligence level that you need to have to do that. There's a lot of players who actually are great players who couldn't come on the pitch as a sub. Yeah. I was one of them. I couldn't come on the pitch as a sub. I was a liability.
I was just going to ask you that. I don't remember you ever really coming on as a sub.
Yeah.
No,
Did it happen much at United?
It just don't happen like that. Certain man don't come on a sub.
But did you have to do that?
I've done it a couple of times.
QPR?
When I was a kid at West Ham, I could do it. I come on, I banged against England #1 at the time, Tim Flowers, at Ewood Park, left foot volley, bottom corner.
Right.
Don't forget. But in my career, I didn't really come on a sub. But if I ever did, even with England, I think I come on once with at Wembley once against France, and I just felt rubbish. I just felt you can't get to the pace of the game.
Was it when they
got beat 2-0? Yeah,
Anelka.
Yeah.
Did you see them goals? Listen,
that's when I knew Anelka.
He was a joke.
Can we just talk about Anelka?
Listen, I remember that game. Yeah,
I remember
I was in France on holiday. Yeah, it was after the World Cup, so he wasn't in the initial squad. But they thought, let's bed him in. Steve, I'm watching, and I'm torn between allegiance. Right, obviously, I live in England, French speaking, a bit of glory hunting. That was just running.
He was up there with the best I've played against when he was at Arsenal.
Yeah,
when he left Arsenal, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't put him in that league. Yeah. When he was at Arsenal, wow. I just thought, geez, this guy. We spoke to Arsene Wenger on Vibe 5 a while ago when we done that stuff with FIFA. Yeah. And he said he's probably one of the players that, like, it was most disappointed, but that he could have got more if he'd stayed. He wished he'd stayed. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because there was more to come from him. Like, I actually found it harder playing against him than Thierry.
Really?
Because he played right up against me. Thierry was like really intelligent. He'd go and play over there and he'd attack you from different areas. Whereas Nicolas was like, I'll go 1v1 with you. And the biggest thing that I remember about him is at West Ham at Upton Park, the ball went past me to run behind out wide. I was probably 5 yards ahead of him. And the ball was within about 15 yards. I've got 5 yards on him, and he beat me to the ball.
You're joking.
And then I looked round, and the ball, the phase of play finished, and I looked round, and I was going like that,
just looking at it.
I was thinking, no, this is different. He was a joke, and he was lethal in front of goal, and like that's when I talk about. That's why I love talking about like players like him, Michael Owen. Them prime time years, them two couldn't be touched. No one can look at them. This era, this young generation of players right now, they can't look at Michael Owen, Nicolas Anelka, prime. Early years, they were different. It was a joke.
I loved Owen, but I think Anelka was just a bit better than him.
Maybe, but I know Owen was.
I know.
You know what Owen was? What? Scary.
Yeah, no, he was.
There's a lot of players. I would say I play 1v1 against anyone them times on the halfway line. Put the ball over my shoulder. I'm backing myself to read it and pace to get there. 100%. Them two, nah. Where's my security? Where's my mate? I need someone in front. I need someone alongside me just to give me a yard.
How are you covering up for that then? When you're playing against just raw pace like that, like Anelka, like Owen, how are you protecting yourself when you're playing a team that moves up to the
As soon as the person on the ball gets the ball, I give myself a yard, drop off 2 yards maybe, so that I'm already on my way almost, thinking the ball's gonna go over the top. But obviously that gives them the other team more space to work with. So. It's the less of the two evils. I'd rather him play short in midfield, then I can squeeze a little bit. And it's also working out the time of the player on the ball, where his eyes are looking, working out if he's a player capable of playing that ball. So there's a lot of things that go into it. But I don't want that ball going behind me, man. I've got to run 40 yards and catching these like road runners.
I know we say it all the time. Steve, that is your favourite line, isn't it? You got to get him on. You got to get Anelka on. Like, seriously. After seeing his documentary.
You speak English, Anelka?
Big documentary. I love Anelka, man. I'd want to talk to him about, like, why did you start becoming like a number 10? Because it was so hard to play against you as a number 9, and it wasn't as hard to play against you as a number 10.
Wow.
And I'm like, I think he could have been anything. Like, you couldn't put a ceiling on what this guy could have done as a number 9.
Yeah,
because he was devastating.
No, he was bad. Massive shout out to Anelka. We want to get you on the show,
salute Nicolas Anelka, man.
One of the best ever. All right. So bringing it back to the Premier League real quickly, rattling through Leeds 2, Brentford 2. Hey, Brentford are not having it though.
Brentford needed that result because they was losing quite a lot of games, man. And I was thinking, right, they're going to be stuck to the bottom of the table some point soon. But yeah, they need good result. Last minute goal from Bamford. I think that's a big thing for Leeds. Patrick Bamford has come back. Yeah. He was the goal getter. He was the man for them when they were in dire straits at times in games and they needed a goal. He'd step up and he done it again.
Finally, I want to look at Aston Villa beating Leicester. Now,
Steven
Gerrard, he's got them boys playing.
Well, I watched the first half of that game and I thought, wow, Villa are going to get pumped. But you go in and sometimes is it a team talk or the team just needing that little bit of a fix? Go in, get that 15 minutes. And he seemed to work that 15 minutes very, very well because they came out second half and they were a different team. Good goal from Konza, the first one. Buendia header and he just tapped it in. It was nice. And then he got a goal late on it. We got a header back post.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, did you see the disallowed goal with Peter Schmeichel?
Yeah, I thought that was a foul. I thought Mings fouled him. I think anywhere else on the pitch, I think that's how I judge things like that. Anywhere else on the pitch, if that's on the halfway line against the centre forward,
I'm talking about when he had the ball in his hand because they disallowed a goal.
Oh no, right. I saw the one when Mings fouled Schmeichel when he went up for a corner. And anywhere else on the pitch, that's a foul.
Yeah, no, that's how I judge it as well. But there was one point where Schmeichel had his hand on the ball like that, and it bounced, and then they said no, he had it under control. Personally, to me, he didn't have it.
I agree with you.
So for me, I don't know. That's the thing, and it depends how you see it. But Leicester as well, struggling. I went to see them play against Southampton earlier on in the week. They got pumped. I don't think Brendan Rodgers has really had it under control since he's been linked with a move to Man United.
It seems like that might have destabilised a few things a little bit, but they've gone backwards a little bit since that time. They're not getting results. They're not producing the goods at the minute. Yeah, and they need a fix.
They do. Listen, Southampton drawing 1-1 with Brighton. All these games that Steve hasn't watched. Obviously, Newcastle beating Burnley.
I'm glad Brendan Rodgers because I never have. I was sickened when he was linked with United job. Sickened.
Yeah, you got your wish, innit?
You got your wish.
You begged that one in. Newcastle, we can't finish without talking about Newcastle.
Was it our first win for them?
Yeah. What a goal, by the way. You see Callum Wilson's finish? Bad finish. Yeah. Bad finish. Keeper dropped it, hit someone on the head, dropped it. He took it round him and then bang, roof of the net with a goal, with a defender on the line. So great win for Eddie. They've got to continue. They need to get to the window, getting a few points and then have a big push in that window.
They're going down.
They're going down. Is that what you reckon? Newcastle fans, let us know what you think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Just keep shouting, by the way. We need you to keep shouting in the comments, man. I love looking at the comments.
Yes, man. We read it. We read everything. You know what I mean? All of them, even the silly ones. I see them. Last week, someone said that I was sitting down like this with a pillow because I had a hard on for Rio, bro.
Right. No, we don't need that type of talk in the comments.
No, we don't need that. But I'm just saying there's all types of stupidness going on in there, bro.
Yeah. It's funny.
Rio's not having it. He's like, what the heck? All right, guys, listen, that is enough of Vibe with Fire for the week. But guess what? We'll be back next week. We've got a Christmas special video coming out as well.
Christmas special coming up. And in the new year, we've got a couple of new shows that are going to be dropping. Stay tuned because there's some nice shows. I'm really enjoying the new stuff we've got coming.
We've also got a special episode with a footballer coming out real soon as well. Yeah. I don't want to let you know who it is. I mean, we're going to roll it out soon. Yeah. But yeah, it's coming soon. Make sure you stay tuned. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want us to do in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yes, guys. Thank you.
Peace.